Oh my god, I forgot to. Okay. Okay. What? Hang on. Why? Okay. Hello and welcome back to Everything Gamer. Hope that's getting better now. How's it going? I need it. There we go. There we go. Why is my mouth? Why is my mouth not moving? Okay. Maybe that's better. Not really. My mouth is still not moving. Okay. Hopefully it'll be okay. I hope. My mouth is not moving. Okay. Here we go. We are back with Elder Scrolls Online. Continuing the adventure. We are in Stonefalls. And we were finishing up Stonefalls, so we just have the shards to find and the lore books. And then we can go elsewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna get that out of there. Hold up. Looks good, looks good. Okay. So I need to... Like, again, why? My mouth is not moving. Okay, let me see here. Looks like... What in the world? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. That looks worse. Okay. Nope. Okay. Maybe that's better. Hey, it looks a lot better. I think I got it. Maybe. Let me just see here. Maybe that's better? That better? No? Wait, hang on.
Ugh, boring humans bore me to slumber. Mayhaps thou shalt return with more
Is
amusing
that better?
banter. Lest
That
I
seems
bite
better.
my fingers off. Lol.
I think. Yeah, it looks better. Probably. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I need to see, I can't spell. Okay, I gotta find these friggin' sky shards. Where am I? Oh, I'm all the way down here. Okay. So we are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, sixth one. Appears to be.
Hark, my
Wait, what's
loyal
the hint here?
subjects.
Among
Thy
pools
humble
of fire
dragon
above
twinkles junior
Way
doth
Shrine.
proclaim that
Didn't
the
I already
stream
get this
shall
one?
resume anon. Fidget not, for thy entertainment
1,
approacheth.
2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 6, right? I swear I already got this one. But it looks like it's okay here, and then up in here. Maybe up in here. I think that's where I need to go. I see a way. Oh no! I missed. That, yeah, not like a log, it looked like a person. No, 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 no. There we go. Oh god, oh god. Hi, hello. All right. Be somewhere up there, maybe? I don't know. Man, I am. Woo. It's fine. Oh, there it is. Hello. Oh, and a book. Hi. Yes. I heard you. Galerion the Mystic. In the early bloody years of the Second Era, Vanus Galerion was born with the name Trectus, a serf on the estate of a minor nobleman named Lord Gurnace of Salakik-on-Kur. Trectus' father and mother were common laborers, but his father had secretly, against the law of Lord Gurnace, taught himself and Trectus to read. Oh no. Lord Gurnace had been advised that illiterate serfs were an abomination of nature and dangerous to themselves and the lords. All bookstalls within Salakir-on-Kur had been closed. All booksellers, poets, and teachers were forbidden, except within Gurnace's keeps. Nevertheless, a small-scale smuggling operation kept a number of books and scrolls in circulation under Gurnace's shadow. When Trectus was 8, the smugglers were found and imprisoned. Some said that Trectus' mother, an arrogant and religious woman fearful of her husband, betrayed the smugglers, but there are rumors as well. The trial of the smugglers was non-existent and the punishment swift. The body of Trectus' father was kept hanging for weeks during the hottest summer Salakik-on-Kur had seen in centuries. That's a weird word to say. A few months later, Trectus ran away from Lord Gurnace's estate. He made it as far as Alinor, halfway across Somerset Isle. A band of troubadours found him nearly dead, curled up in a ditch by the side of the road. They nursed him to health and employed him as an errand boy in return for food and shelter. One of the troubadours, a soothsayer named Heliant, began testing Trectus' mind and found the boy, though shy, to be preternaturally intelligent and sophisticated, given his circumstances. Preternaturally? The fuck does that mean? Beyond what is normal? Preternatural. What an odd word. Helion recognized in the boy a commonality, for Helion had been trained on the Isle of Artaeum as a mystic. When the troop was performing in the village of Potenza on the far eastern end of Somerset, Helion took Trectus, then a boy of 11, to the Isle of Artaeum. The Magister of the Isle, Iakesis, recognized potential in Trectus and took him on as a pupil, giving him the name of Vanus Galerion. Vanus trained his mind on the Isle of Artaeum as well as his body. Thus was the first Archmagister of the Mages Guild trained. From the Sigics of the Isle of Artaeum, he received his training. From his childhood of want and injustice, he received his philosophy of sharing knowledge. Cool. Alright, where's the next one at? Dude, this is still, like, my mouth is still not looking right. Okay. that better? I don't know.
Greetings, good viewer. How doth thee fare on this fine day?
Hey, Guam.
Long Underthal.
How's it
indeed.
going?
Capital
200 away from VIP. Are you sure about that? How many do you have? $49,818. That's not 200 away. A little less than 200. Okay. Whatever you say. Hang on 1 second. I gotta do something. Okay. I'm back. God. I think I fixed it. I got a brown. Guam, what the fuck are we talking? I don't want to know. You know what? I don't want to know. Yeah, I think I fixed my mouth issue. So yeah, now we need to go over here to get the next sky shard. Yeah, that hurts. Wow. That's I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know. You know.
Ho! You there! Meaty King Yoren demands a word.
Feasts? A festival for jesters, and the only fools I see are those in the audience.
No, besides that.
Idiots know how to indulge?
The squishy bug glop.
Didn't expect to run into this.
The long, silent glowering.
Hello, Jester King Joran.
You stand before Yoren, Skald King. Do not be shaken by this one's presence. Only cowherds and concealers of foul coops have reason to fear Yoren's huginess. Join us in inebriating this momental day.
Huginess? Fuck does that even mean? What are we celebrating?
Time-honored Nord traditions. Fighting, food, foolishness, and fortification. Fun?
I don't know about the last
Close
one.
enough. Sometimes Yorun has trouble wrestling all the great words he knows.
Like Trump.
When it is Jester's Day, everyone is a child of Skyrim.
What's Jester's Day?
It is the festival of fools, where fools are noble and nobles are themselves. Yoren always believes in leading by example.
Do you?
When you see this one enjoying himself to fullness, are you not inspired to do the same?
When you see this one enjoying himself to fullness, are you not inspired to do the same? I suppose. That's me. How do I join in?
Any way you can, so long as someone is laughing. Yoren suggests you prance, dance, and sing before your king. Or do you seek to raise a toast and boast your deeds at my royal roast?
Great.
You are no ordinary fool. Yoren knows a kind red spirit when he sees one. You must trod new ground where your feet can stand alone. I know just how to make you the sole hero of the day.
You have a task for me?
Just so. This one is heartsick without his betrothed. What good is all this food and drink without the one you love to pick it from your teeth? But Yoren is forbidden to see his bride-to-be until the day of our vowels.
Take your vow. Excuse me? How can I help?
Free her from her minders, so we may grow fat together. Take a token of my love, the sickly sweet brownish flesh of mud crab apples, and she will know I sent you. The guard cannot know their king bade the absencing of his bride. Use cautiousness.
Alright, I got it.
This one's overlarge heart tramples in anticipation of seeing his bride-to-be.
What's the real story behind the Jesters Festival?
Have the others filled your head with foibles about this holy day?
Oh, you are
Enviness
energetic.
leads many to claim they lead the antics. But it was the first man who taught Mayor humor. Or was it that he had the last laugh? No matter. Iskramor did everything first.
Greetings, my dear viewer.
Does King Durin know you're
Twinkles
impersonating him?
The most
Do not
fabulous
let
dragon
this one's
has returned to grace you
joviality
with my
deceive
presence.
you into
Now,
believing that
I must
Yoren
inform
is
you that there is an
elsewhere.
ad break, so
Before
you must amuse
is the
yourselves for a short
fearsome
while.
masher of mare
But fear
and
not,
words you
my
have
scaly
heard
self
in
shall be back
song
soon to
and
bless
the
you with
tiny
more of my wit and
screams
charm.
of scared
Now,
mice.
be gone with you, and may your pockets be filled
You're
with
a
shiny
Khajiit.
Though the
Tackle
heart
up.
of a Sench tiger roars within my chest, This one cannot claim to be one of those noble beasts. Yoren's habit of lying naked in the sun does not help his case, he knows. But he assures you, he is sadly a man.
Wow. Why mud crab apples?
Not many have a taste for mud crab apples. But this one knows they are my sweet's favored sweetness. Her minders do not let her indulge in them freely, and it is Yoren's promise that she will eat as many as she likes when we are married.
Alright, cool. Oh, wow, okay. Hello.
Ah, you here to enjoy the hilarity provided by that King Emmerich?
I suppose.
The two of us. I wish I could say their dribble improves with copious intoxicants, but it hasn't so far. What would you say to helping me bring in some new talent?
What kind of new talent?
Well, jokes
what are we
about
talking about?
swines and passing wind don't count as entertainment. Not for a whole
You don't know that.
festival. We need music, dancing, something raucous. Oh, I have the perfect minstrels in mind. If you handle recruitment, I'll prepare the stage.
Why can't you go and find these minstrels?
Unfortunately, my talents are better served here. These minstrels are worth your effort, though. Their music is out of this realm. And I always pay those who help me make Tamriel more decadent. So, will you help me improve this dreary festival?
Sure. You have the minstrels.
Take these. That's a list of exclusive vintages, along with directions to where I left them, and a rune of compulsion. Gather the wine, and then you can summon and corral these fiery musicians. Go! Bring us music!
Why do we need these specific vintages?
Tell you what, you seem like a trustworthy friend.
Well,
The secret
I do
is
try.
that my minstrels hail from places more exotic than anywhere on Nirn. You can't court these extraordinary performers with anything but the most exquisite treats and outstanding wine.
Ah, the life
Not
of
from
a dragon.
Nirn. What are these musicians?
Constant aeration
Daedra.
and snacks.
Summoning Daedra
Too much work,
is dangerous,
methinks.
but when placated with
Capital
their
O.
favorite drink, these Daedra always behave. They've seen what happens if they don't. Plus, and this is important, our rejuvenated celebration is worth the risk. Trust me.
Yeah. Trust you, a random guy I just met. Why can't we recruit regular minstrels?
Ugh, regular minstrels.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
is the
you know,
Jester's
normal ones.
festival. We can't praise the great cheese prince with a fool who strums in a tavern every other day. We need something spectacular.
God forbid we
I
piss
think
off the
this
cheese
crowd
prince.
deserves that, don't you?
Yeah, totally. Why don't you need a rune of compulsion?
The rune is a precaution, nothing more. These minstrels are a spirited bunch. It's not unlikely that they'll challenge you on sight. I prefer to keep my friends whole, especially when they're assisting me in such a noble pursuit.
The minstrels will attack? Are you sure they're safe to bring to the Jester's Festival?
Safe? This celebration is about to kill its own attendants with mediocrity.
You know what?
Trust me,
Good
friend.
point.
These minstrels won't attack while the rune of compulsion has a hold on them. And the specific vintages I've listed will calm them down.
Why are you going to all this effort?
I arrived anticipating jolly conviviality. Imagine my disappointment when the only thing on offer was this.
Good word.
Hearing the same jokes
Conviviality.
repeatedly and watching people dance without music is sad. As an expert on merriment, this must not stand.
I suppose it's a little awkward.
I knew you were a kindred spirit.
I don't know about that.
Hear that? That's the sound of guests incorrectly thinking they're having a good time.
Incorrectly
Recruit our
thinking.
performers of mellifluous honor.
I know.
Let's show these drunkards what they've been missing. The rune is a
Whoops, I didn't mean
Take
to.
these. That's a list of exclusive I arrived anticipating jolly. I knew you were a kindred spirit. Listen, hear that? That's the sound of guests incorrectly thinking they're having a good time. Recruit our performers of mellifluous honor. Let's show these drunkards what
mellifluous.
they've been missing.
Get a good vocabulary. Why is it raining blood? Okay, that seems fine. Nothing to see there. Hear ye, hear ye. Whoever holds this prestigious invitation is cordially invited to the games at Hammerdeath Arena in the realm of Stormhaven for a trial of prowess, prestige, and porcine pugilism. This invitation to Rosette the Rapscallion as an official bout with King Boar. Or just take the ham-fisted approach and crash the festivities. That should be entertaining. By decree of Jester King Emmerich and his beauteous king, let the games begin.
You and Tom will get that monster Sadal at bay. Thank you. Now, you look like someone who knows what the Jester Festival is really about.
You got
I
it.
can spot a true prankster just by the way they walk.
Hell yeah.
And you, my friend, I saw coming from very far away.
Zam F. What are you?
Are you up for a little mischief?
Excuse me? What kind of mischief?
Pranks, of course. There's no better
You
way
gang
to
walk?
celebrate than playing harmless japes on others. I consider myself a master, but there is only one of me, and there are many people in need of a laugh. I think you have what it takes. Interested?
Sure, I'll be just breaks.
Don't feel too badly for Legica. She got me good last month when she swapped my milk drink with glue.
Oh,
I
no.
cursed her as soon as I
Glue?
could open my mouth.
It's
Drenching her in
popped
slime
my
is
tongue.
a fair act of revenge. And it's hilarious.
It's quite the. This reminds me of The Mask. Movie The Mask. What's the prank and who's the target?
The target is my good friend, Legica. She also happens to be a carpenter with a little workbench that she's always huddled under. Set up the prank kit over her awning, and the second she gets under it, blah! Slime catastrophe!
What can I find, Legica?
She's got a kiosk
You ever-
in Dalmora
It's
that
your-
she uses to sell
Yes,
her wares.
please, Liz.
You shouldn't have any trouble finding her. She'll
Yeah.
be so funny.
Wait,
covered
you
in
ever-
slime. It'll take forever to get out of her hair. You're in for a treat. Go on, get the kit and get going.
Into Argonians, lizard. Did you ever play Skyrim? Did you ever read the Argonian Maid? It's a classic. Get the kit and find Legica. Okay, so what the hell? Okay. Here we go. Brain kit. Got it. I'll steal the apples first. You played Morrowind forward? Nice. I haven't played Morrowind. I want to play Morrowind actually. But in order to be able to play it on PC at least, I'm gonna need a few mods. But by a few I mean a lot. There's a mod for Morrowind that that makes the entire game a Star Wars game. It's friggin' wild. You think it's is it gonna get? Do you think it's gonna get remade? I don't know. What, in 2045? I mean, I don't know. They did release fucking Oblivion remake out of nowhere. Make a remake Fallout 3 right now. Yeah. I played a little bit of Fallout 3, but I couldn't really. I never got very far into it. Cool. I guess I did it. This is the... This is Mephala's nest, right? This is the one that we needed? Yeah, there should be a, yeah, there should be a sky shard in here somewhere. Spider Daedra. Okay, that's a dead end. So it's oh, so it's on the other side. I can't wait. Wait, this is a dead end, right? Just making sure. This is there's nothing around here. Oh wait, I can go this way. Okay. Maybe this is one of those I never actually went inside. I don't think I went inside this one. Kind of crazy how fast they, oh, okay. Sword Wisdom of Sykalar. So it was that day that Sykalar was in a good humor after the morning training, for his students performed admirably in their drills, and he was impressed by their progress. Being of such fair spirits, he invited the pupils to sit around in a ring and seek his wisdom as reward. The youths, having many questions, clamored to speak all at once, but he hushed them and called them forth one by one. One asked, "Master, what do you train only with the sword? Weapons come in so many shapes." The master replied, "The sword is our soul. Mighty Onsai showed our people in ancient days the way to lengthen blades, and we have known their blessed virtue and our victory since. Focus on it alone, and you will defeat every weapon. You will outreach daggers, roll from under heavy hammer blows, and deflect the arrows of your foe. If you are distracted from the blade's way, you will only be confused, and the path to mastery will disappear beneath your feet." Another asked, "Master, why must we do the same drills every day?" The master replied, "You still think like the thirsty jackal that runs toward a mirage. He collapses in the sands, though he would have found the hidden stream if only he searched the rocks he sprinted past. Focus the task before you, and perfection follows. Do not think of what you might do tomorrow, but think only of perfecting each practice exercise as it is assigned. In this way, you will come to grow as one with your weapon." And so they continued, the master sharing his wisdom of long years with the youths. After many questions, he noticed one student squirming uncomfortably. Irritated by the boy's divided attention, he asked, "You, what is your question?" The boy looked up sheepishly, and a low growl rumbled from his stomach. "Master, isn't it time for lunch?" Sykalar let forth a rare and mirthful laugh. "Hurry on up the kitchens, then. My wisdom may be great, but it cannot fill hungry bellies." God. Alright, cool. Boethiah's proving. The following account is true. May it serve as a warning to those with ears to hear and hearts to know. On a certain day, at a certain time, the faithful gathered to perform certain rituals, hoping to gain a glimpse of their master. The day was correct, the summoning true. Slashing a smoking tear through the veil, she, her very self, appeared before them, terrible and resplendent. She came arrayed in ebony darker than a moonless night, wielding a blade burning hotter than the surface of the sun. And though she wore the guise of a Dunmer warrior king, she towered above them like a statue carved from the red mountain itself. Why have you disturbed me? Surprised, the first among them prayed, O Boethiah, prince of plots, deceiver of nations, queen of shadows, goddess of destruction, we come to worship thee. Looked upon her followers, gathered to bear witness. Frowning, she asked the first, Tell me, you profess to know me, how shall I know you? Afeard, he exclaimed, each night I pray to thee, each night I call out thy wondrous name. Surely thou must recognize the sound of my voice, thy most devoted of followers. She frowned out a sigh, and then of a sudden he was gone, the air from her lungs dispersing him. Turning to the second, she asked, And you, how shall I measure the worth of your existence? Summoned by the power of her voice, he bowed before her darkening visage. She clapped her hands, and he too was gone. To the third, And you, tell me, how shall I know you apart from such as were they, of whom there is no trace? Shaken and speechless from the nullifications of his brethren, he whispered, Have mercy upon us. She blinked twice. Once he was in agony. Twice he was destroyed. She cast a withering glance across those remaining and said, I do not grant mercy. And so was the others, she putting them to proof, they offering none. Finally she came to me, eyes aglow at anger, tongue wet with hate, and said, Of all my believers, but two remain. Tell me, second to last, with what shall you prove your existence? Without hesitation, I drew forth my blade and buried it in the chest of the other who stood beside me. Without fear, replied, Ask him whose blood now spouts my blade if I exist. She smiled, and the gates of oblivion opened between her teeth. Then she said, Tell me now, last of my followers, wherefore do you remain where the others do not? I retrieved my blade and offered it up, saying, I am alive because that one is dead. I exist because I have the will to do so, and I shall remain as long as there are signs of my handiwork such as the blood drip from this blade. Accepting my gift, she nodded and said, Indeed. If in the reading your blood boils in your veins and your mind blazes with fire, then Boethiah calls you. It is then most wise to heed her call. All right.
Another down, my friend. There are still minstrels to recruit. Go on. I'm off to make conversation with that fine-looking fellow over there. How do I look? Ravishing? Devilishly handsome? Doesn't matter. I always look good.
I don't know that I've seen a pig.
All right.
Pearls before swine.
Okay. The other. Wait. Hang on. So I could have used that way shrine there, but whatever, it's fine. What do you mean? What is this slander? What do you mean, you dick? Fucking what do you mean? Lower what? Dude. I did that like 3 streams ago. By the time you said you were getting close. Hold on. Hold on. I got it. I even gave like hints. I was like, hey, are you sure? Are you sure though? He was like, yeah, I'm sure. It's really funny. I was waiting. Oh. No. I'm gonna go here. There it is.
Ah yes, the arduous task of entertaining the masses doth exhaust mine regal form. Capital O.
Oh. Alright, I lowered it. I believe. What the fuck has happened? What do you mean? I might have to refresh. What the fuck? Hang on. Never mind. There. Now it should be good. Now it should be good. I know. I fixed it. I fucking did it and it fucking didn't do the goddamn thing. There we go. Hang on. Hang on. Oh my god! I'm gonna die! What have I done? Okay. There we go. Forgot I have a quick bar action for that. $400 hydrants. You just have an all hydrating stream. Like 1, 2, 3. So that was great. Oh, there's a quest. There's a quest over here. Hello.
Quietly.
Oh God. Is there? I like danger.
By seed and spleen, stranger, you must help me. My people have been taken by a Daedra, known as Fate Stealer.
I mean, I don't want you to slow down, but what went on here?
Raiders. The dark-skinned ones attack, hoping to take our mine and make us slaves once more. They even summoned a Daedra. That was a mistake. The Daedra took everyone away, Argonian and Raider, and only left their soul crystals behind.
How can I help?
My people and even some enemies languish in the Daedra's Oblivion realm. The Raiders seized an Argonian gel called Fire Sap. Find some. It should overheat the crystals and cause them to crack. Then you can return my people.
Oh, find the gel and free your people. Don't you worry. Oh.
Greetings, my dear viewers. Twinkles Jr. here. The stream shall resume shortly, so sit tight and try not to get into too much mischief in the meantime. Kappa.
I'm free and in your debt.
No problem.
I'm free and in your debt.
Oh, that was the entrance.
I can hardly believe I'm free.
Talk to you in a second. I'm gonna go in here first. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, I see it.
To flank!
Bake some fish and crash. Hell yeah. Bake some fish and crash. Fish is good. So do I guess probably winds back up, be my guess. Hello. Where the hell am I need to go. Oh my god, I don't know! You wanna be alone! Alright, if I go this way? I don't know. Fish is good for your brain. Fish can help with dopamine production. Dude, I am. I should probably. How much? 9. What do I have? Yeah, I'm gonna buy more bag space. Excuse him. Oh God! I thought we were done. Hello.
Greetings, humble viewers. Tis I, the magnificent Twinkles Jr., here to grace you with my dazzling presence. Bask in my glory. Cap.
How did it go? Oh my God. Well, great. I opened it and I don't know what it was for. No, I can open the festival box. Sparkly Hat Dazzler. Unstable alchemical concoction creates a magnificent sparkling gestures capped in the sky above you when used. Small house item and revelry pie. Hurling your alliance's pie at friends and enemies alike. What are you wearing for the Gestures Festival? Revelry pie. Great. But the Gratwood. Yes. I definitely. I have a weird feeling I went the wrong way. Is this not where I am right now? Whoops. Oh. Okay, so second. The upper part, I guess. Colt Screed. Thus spake the master, and do I pass on his word. Be cautious always, extending the hand of the master only in the shadows. The abandoned mind is the perfect lair. Well done, Athondo. Sacrifices to the master should begin at once. Perhaps make use of these lava pools. The master has been promised a mighty gift for working on Moloch Ball's behalf. He has said we shall be given the gifts well. Prepare for this day. How the hell? Does I have to go? What? So I have to go this way. Okay, I think I understand. So I gotta go all the way back. Okay. This way. Fuck this shit. Go around here, hello.
Now!
Alright, I've gained a skill point.
I don't have to explain something I never said.
Conjure a ring of shadow, reduce the movement speed of enemies by 7%. Allies can activate the hidden refresh synergy, granting them invisibility, healing them for that much. It's pretty good. All damage you deal heals you for 969 health up to once every 1 second.
That's not a stew mop. It's my laundry.
Question. Right, but can I see like... So I guess like siphoning strikes wouldn't be bad.
We summon and control you.
Your soul yearns for the world. All damage you deal heals you for... Oh, so this is just like if this is slotted at all.
I don't have to explain something I never said.
Oh, well, then that's fucking really good. Yeah, I will definitely take that. Are you kidding me? So wait, if I... Is this still... have to see how that works. Alright. Either way.
Only the dead will see an end to this war.
Okay, so that one's done. I got 2 more. So 14 and 16. Is inside this cavern. 16 is in Crow's Wood. Alright, so I guess I'll do... Wait, where did that... Need to go here. Seems right to me.
Fine goods for sale.
I guess while I'm here, we will do some stuff. Hello.
You need something?
Yes. Sell, 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 sell. 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 So, need any of this. Okay. It's fine. What about Alchemy Station? I don't have any. Let's do this. Inert. Inert. Cool. Okay. And then enchanting table.
Tis but a fleeting moment of rest for a mighty dragon such as I cap a law.
Take that and this.
Jaira, Mako, Jejota. Tade, Oko, Jejota. Jejora, Deni, Jejota. Jejora, Rakepa, Jejota. Jejora, Mako, Jejota.
There we go, and then 2 more.
Jejora, Deni, Ta. Jejora, Oko, Ta.
Okay. And then I need to go.
This is taking forever.
But a seaman's free to sing and play over the seas and far away. Over the seas and over the lane, for I ran at a horn o'er the main.
Do you have anything? No, nothing. Okay.
And we obeyed over the seas and far away.
It's fine.
Brief rest, that's all I ask. This is taking forever.
Looking to shape some metal? I've
No, shut the. God
looking to
damn
shape
it!
some
No.
metal?
Go to the fucking station. Okay. Okay, cool. Deconstruct this. Wait, this is a... There it is, okay. Alright.
Looking to shape some metal? I've got...
Should... Oh yeah, is there a jewelry station around here? Because I didn't see one, did I? Oh, I guess not. Okay. Anyways, I guess I'll go north now.
Have pity.
All right.
Hey, where's my pig? Who took my pig?
I mean, I'm right, literally right here.
Orcs can't really fly, can they?
Don't mind me.
I've lost everything. Spare a coin.
Hear ye, hear ye. Thy break has commenced, but fear not, my loyal subjects. The grand return of Twinkles Jr. shall commence post-haste. Prepare thy eyeballs and
You
listen
have brought
closely,
Yoren his
for my
bride to
sassy
be.
wisdom shall grace thy
Does
screen
this
anon.
one's eyes
Cap aloft.
deceive him? He
Achievement
is
Princess
very
Rescuer.
intoxicated.
Represent your princess, Majesty.
Ah, she is tasteful, is she not? I could just eat her up. Much better. Your heroics have stirred my spirits. I must savor these tenderest moments, rare as they are. Now that you have hogged all the glory here, I think we will be taking this party elsewhere. Will you follow our folly of fools down this onerous path?
Where are you headed?
To the afterlife for great rulers! Sovereign Guard! No, wait. That is not it. Volkerguard! Queen Irene wishes to show us true cheeriness.
See you in Volkogard then.
Today has seen enough boorish crime. You've earned your swill, so drink your fill. And leave my bride and I to some private time.
I don't like that. You're not really gonna wed that pig, are you?
It's true her meatiness rivals that of Yoren, but his only complaint is that his bride-to-be snores so much. She is warm on the cold East March night, and never complains of crumbs in the bed. No other like her within my reach.
Alright. Well. Oh yeah, I forgot I still had this mission. What is that? Hey, okay. Alien inscriptions translated by Beradalmo the Signifier. The Holy Transcripts were painstakingly transcribed and interpreted over many long years. They are preserved here for all time. Av Molag Aniamus Av Lata Magica. From fire, life, from light, magic. Bara Age Risu Karan. Wear lore as your armor. Agai Halia Ne Jorain Emero Laloria. Wisdom learned by pain is a reliable guide in dark times. Literally, terrible wisdom never betrayed the lore masters. New Aldmeris, Mathmeldi, Admia, Arani Gandra, Sepredia, Av Reles Yi, Brelis Yi Varles. Our exiled elven ancestors heard the welcoming gifts of peace in the storms and beech trees and stars. Mathmeldi means literally from home driven. Suna Yi, Suna Bi, bless and blessed be. Vagarlas Age, Gravia Yi, Goria, Latia Malari, Av Malatu. In the caverns of lore, ugly and obscure, shines the gold of truth. Vabria, Frenska, Sabella, Sabuani, Amardani, Almirius, Adonai. The foaming wave, so thunderous, so mighty, heralds the lordly elves. Beautiful. Okay.
It's so good to see everyone free again. I mean, almost everyone.
Almost everyone who's missing.
My father, Last Water, the Daedra still has him.
What a
He tried to stop Fate Stealer.
what a fitting name. All right, free him.
His stone is in the main campsite. I'm sure Fate Stealer will not give up her prize willingly.
Don't worry, I got it. Yep.
Mihawk knew the terms when he summoned me.
What? Who? Where's my export?
I didn't even see this chest underneath there.
Neposh, is your brain shell cracked?
Be alone.
Daedra, I am ashamed.
I don't know what to say.
You were the one who summoned the Daedra?
The shame of it makes my scales brittle. But yes, I summoned it. I could not bear to see another victim fall to the raiders. I couldn't let them take our mine, so I reached out to Fate Stealer. All of us were scorched.
Still light. Let's see it. It's better than what I have. Adds part of the sunset. But guess not. Level 30. So 15. I have 3 skill points. It's wild. I think an ultimate usually done by saving. Okay, that's fine. Or secret dagger from your sleeve, and enemy dealing. Can't even see the 697 damage. I think I can. So I think I have more than. Oh no! Wait. Yeah, we're still good on that, so it should be fine. Style pages. Small wall just out to a handful of trade bars. The hell are those?
Greetings, my good friend.
Greetings, my adoring subjects. Twinkles Jr. hath arrived to bless thee with my dazzling presence. Capital.
Well deserved. You have no crates remaining. Purchase more if you wish to try again. Acruticans, may luck follow you.
Whoops. The hell am I looking for? Oh, there we go. Okay, so the 14th inside Soft Loam Cavern. Here. Ah, she got in. Thought for sure it's gonna be stopped. Alright, so there should be a found in soft dirt by daggers. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Damn it.
Dost thou not know that a dragon's beauty sleep is of utmost importance? Begone, mortal, lest I scorch thee. Lol.
Thank you. Spiceberry chai. Sounds delicious. I didn't even check if my tea was right for my title. It looks, yeah, it looks good. Okay, there we go. There we go, okay. So, there's one more sky shard to get. That is in Crow's Wood. Yeah.
Think twice before you cross me.
Oh. Mounts of Tamriel, Volume 5, Kagauti and Guar. I had the pleasure of discussing the stewardship of the strange bipedal creatures of Morrowind at a lavishly appointed corner club near Necrom. My host, a well-spoken Talvani magister, took great pleasure in discussing the many and varied ways these lizard beasts are husbanded across the region. She personally prefers the sturdy Kagauti over the more prosaic workaday Guar, more recently domesticated, more future potential, even potentially magically more potent, as some recent experiments have shown. I demurred from offering an opinion, a visitor of these lands, happy to sip my kava and listen rather than speak. I find the bipedal nature of the Kagauti and the Gwar their most fascinating attributes, and when my host wound down and I was able to ask after a few details, I found her responses oddly cold and evasive. Whereas just a moments ago she'd been excited, even overjoyed to share her thoughts, asking after this fundamental descriptor caused her to grow distant. One thing I get from her is that the magically adaptable nature of the Gwar and Kagauti is, to her, use her words, not an accident. I've asked for access the esteemed Magister of Arcanel's notes on the development of the Avardvark, purely for academic reasons, you understand, but I was soundly rejected based on secrets filed of the house. Make of that what you will.
We raise fine horses.
Yes. Almost there. Shit. Fucking. Me fucking. Jesus Christ.
Master Merrick, where are you?
Well, look at this. If it isn't the scamp I sent to clear out the dung heap. Going to get a little rough for you, Scrap? Sure took you long enough.
Mm-hmm. Is that all you have to say to me?
This is a gathering of the Undaunted, and you're about to become one of us. Hope your ears are ready to bleed. Put it together, Mutts! We've got a new scamp that's ready to risk life and limb for glory! And I say, we welcome the scamp as only we know how!
I could always use an assistant or a scribe to record my exploits.
I think the new blood could help me in the privy. I'm not supposed to lift anything heavy.
You're looking pretty light from here, Felvin. I propose a toast to the newcomer.
Hear, hear! A toast!
Aye, a toast and a song!
Hear, hear!
To those who fall in battle to the new scamp, how shameful it must be to look upon that ugly face as the last thing you see.
To those who fall in love with the scamp, for they have sacrificed so much for so little.
To the new scamp's blacksmith, unused swords rarely need repair.
Fine toasts, one and all.
Look, I've got clean socks.
For the song.
Who knows no fear of beast or blade?
Undaunted! Undaunted!
Who knows no fear of Daedric Plains?
We are undaunted!
Who knows no fear of death, of age?
Greetings, my lordly subjects.
Undaunted.
Tis I,
We
the mighty
are
Twinkles
undaunted.
Jr., your resident dragon overlord. Forsooth,
bad.
the stream doth
For a
returneth
bunch of
shortly,
half-wit
so ye best
drunks.
prepare the eyeballs for mine
Take
enchanting
pride
presence
in
once
being
more.
undaunted,
Capella.
Your deeds will live on long after your body fails. What are you looking at? The song's over.
I like when Valen sings. What are you looking at? The song's over.
Is that it?
And we're done. You are now one of the Undaunted. Divines help you.
Cool.
That's all there is to it. Welcome to the fold, Scamp. You may one day have as many notches in your axe as I do. Oh, who am I kidding? No, you won't.
What do I get for being one of the Undaunted?
What do you get? How about unending glory? A life of pride and satisfaction? That good enough for you?
And if it's not?
Indeed. Undaunted always ask for more. More danger, more treasure. But we take care of our own. We know how to fight, and we'll teach you. If you stick around. We have an armory, and we'll arm you for a fee. If you stick around.
What should I do now?
What should you do? You're undaunted. Go kill something big. And let all Tamriel know of your exploits.
Any dangerous creatures about that I can kill?
Heard a rumor that some goblins in Varanus took over a cave. Been causing a nuisance for some dark elves. Place is called Fungal Grotto. You may find your adventure there. Goblins for sure.
Thanks, friend.
You realize asking about challenges is not the same as facing them.
Whoops.
There is a cave network in Daggerfall called Spindleclutch, supposedly infested with giant spiders and other foul creatures. Exploring it should keep you busy.
How should I prove I am undaunted?
There are rumors that an undead elf king is imprisoned somewhere beneath the Isle of Oridon, and that his watchers are more tortured than he is. Find this king, and you may discover the meaning of undaunted.
Cool. Alright.
Erect the spine of inebriation.
Drowned in the south by a clever bird. He's over here. All right, cool. Well, that's all those. Now it's the lore books. Okay, so we are ancestors of the Dunmer. Looks like it is. So we got this place here. And we have this here. Should be down this way? Like here, maybe? Somewhere around there. So. What am I looking for here? Is it? Would you fucking go away? Red edge of a tiny car bed below a small tent next to an extinguished campfire. Okay, I'm looking for a tent around here. Oh, think about it. Yep, there we go. Ancestors and the Dunmer, abridged. Ghosts walk among them. The departed spirits of the Dunmeri, and perhaps those of all races, persist after death. The knowledge and power of departed ancestors benefit the bloodlines of Dunmeri houses. The bond that formed between living family members and their immortal ancestors is partly blood, partly ritual, partly volitional. Anyone brought into a house through marriage is bound through ritual and oath into the clan, gaining communication and benefits from the clan's ancestors. However, his access to the ancestors is less than that of his offspring, and he still retains some access to the ancestors of his own bloodline. The family shrine. Each residence has a family shrine. In poorer homes, it may be no more than a hearth or alcove where family relics are displayed and venerated. In wealthy homes, a room is set aside for the use of ancestors. In wealthy homes, a room is set aside for the use of the ancestors. This shrine is called the Waiting Door and represents the door to oblivion. Here the family members pay their respects to their ancestors through sacrifice and prayer, through oaths sworn upon duties, and through reports on the affairs of the family. In return, the family may receive information, training, and blessings from the family's ancestors. The ancestors are thus the protectors of the home, and especially the precincts of the Waiting Door. The Mortal Chill. Spirits like to visit the mortal world, and they do so only out of duty and obligation. Spirits tell us that the overworld is more pleasant, or at least more comfortable for spirits than our real world, which is cold, bitter, and full of pain and loss. Mad spirits. Spirits that are forced to remain in our world against their will may become mad spirits or ghosts. Some spirits are bound to this world because of some terrible circumstances of their death, or because of some powerful emotional bond to a person, place, or thing. These are called hauntings. Some spirits are captured and bound to enchanted items by wizards. If the binding is involuntary, the spirit usually goes mad. A willing spirit may or may not retain its sanity, depending on the strength of the spirit and the wisdom of the enchanter. Some spirits are bound against their will to protect family shrines. This unpleasant fate is reserved for those who have not served the family faithfully in life. Dutiful and honorable ancestral spirits often aid in the capture and binding of wayward spirits. These spirits usually go mad and make terrifying guardians. They're ritually prevented from harming mortals to their clans, but don't necessarily discourage them from mischievous or peevish behavior. They are exceedingly dangerous for intruders. At the same time, if an intruder can penetrate the spirit's madness and play upon the spirit's resentment of his own clan, the inner spirits may be manipulated. Oblivion. The existence of Oblivion is acknowledged by all Tamriel cultures, but there's little agreement on the nature of the other world, other than it is a place where the Daedra live and the communication and travel are possible between the world and Oblivion through magic and ritual. The Dunmer do not emphasize the distinction between this world and Oblivion, as do the human cultures of Tamriel. They regard our world and the other world as a whole, with many paths from one end to the other rather than two separate worlds of different natures with distinct borders. This philosophical viewpoint may account for the greater affinity of elves for magic and its practices. Foreign views have done Miri ancestor worship and spirit magic. The Altmiri and Bosmiri cultures also venerate their ancestors, but only by respecting the orderly and blissful passage of these spirits from this world to the next. That is, Wood Elves and High Elves believe it is cruel and unnatural to encourage the spirits of the dead to linger in our world. Even more grotesque and repugnant is the display of the bodily remains of ancestors in ghost fences and ash pits. The presentation of finger bones in a family shrine, for example, is sacrilegious to the Bosmer, who eat their dead, and barbaric to the Altmer, who inter the ashes of their dead. The human cultures of Tamriel are ignorant and fearful of dark elves in their culture, considering them to be inhumane and evil, like orcs and Argonians, but more sophisticated. The human populations of Tamriel associate Dunmiri ancestor worship and spirit magic with necromancy. In fact, this association of dark elves with necromancy is at least partly responsible for the dark reputation of Dunmer through Tamriel. This is generally an ignorant misconception, for necromancy outside the acceptable clan rituals is a most abhorrent abomination in the eyes of the Dunmer. Dark elves would never think of practicing sorcerous necromancy upon any dark elf or upon the remains of any elf. However, dark elves consider the human and orcish race to be little more than animals. There is no injunction against necromancy upon such remains or the remains of any animal, bird, or insect. Okay. Next, mottos of the Dunmiri Great Houses. Yep, there we go. So it looks like this is on the other side. So it is... this thing here looks like out this way, like towards up in here somewhere. I'm not sure. I think it's like there maybe. But we'll go here, I guess. Aha, there it is. Mottos of the Dunmeri Great Houses by Villian Girith. To my son, whose inability to remember even these simple facts embarrasses our family at every opportunity. This is to inform you of the words the great houses of Vardenfell live and breathe by, and the saints they hold as their patrons, representative of their goals and motives. If you've ever again confused the Halu and Drez merchant nobles with whom we trade, I will disown you 3 and 10 times, and once again to make the deed final and eternal. House Redoran, a Redoran warrior. A Redoran is a warrior whose duty is first a tribunal, second to House Redorion, and third to family and clan. Saint Nerevar, the captain, is the patron saint of House Redoran. House Indoril, justice knows no sleep. Indoril shall order, the temple shall judge. Saint Olms the just is the patron saint of House Indoril. House Halalu, to trade fairly and freely is to honor the 3. Saint Veloth the pilgrim is the patron saint of House Halalu. House Drez, to spread culture and truth to the benighted. This is our commitment and burden. Benighted? What the fuck does that mean? In a state of pitiful or contemptible intellectual and moral ignorance, typically owing to a lack of opportunity, or overtaken by darkness. Spread culture and truth to the benighted. This is our commitment and burden. Saint Lothis the pious is the patron saint of House Drez. House Talvani, the forceful expression of will, gives true honor to the ancestors. Saint Vorus the immolent is the patron saint of House Talvani. I feel like I know what immolent means, but... sacrifice to a higher cause. The immolent is the patron saint of House Talvani. Interesting. You will likely not note the lack of an ascribed motto to the 6th house, the Shadow House, House Dagoth. This is because that house is extinct, destroyed at the Battle of Red Mountain, after which the remaining houses built the Temple Tribunal. If you ever mention this house in polite company, I will disown you. You will note that twice now I have threatened to disown you. This is because my hands are not so black as Mephala's or Lord Vivek's. My heart is too weak to simply remove you from my family. Keep this text near at all times and let it shame you for every reference you make to it in your dealings with our nobility. Spare our lineage the greater shame of your own foolishness. May I never have cause to call you Swit in public again. Wow. What a dick. Okay, next I have Varieties of Faith, the Argonians. Oh, all the way up north. Okay. So that's like all the way here, right? Yes. Here, and looks like maybe it's up here. I don't know. there it is. Varieties of Faith, the Argonians, by Brother Michael Carcuxor of the Imperial College. Except for a few of the most... Hey, we did it! I thought I saw another one. Except for a few of the most assimilated, Argonians worship neither Aedra nor Daedra. They do not have religion as is known elsewhere in Tamriel. They are known to venerate the Hist trees of Black Marsh, but they do not appear to have prayers, priests, or temples. Argonians also venerate Sithis, the primordial shadow chaos that existed before the gods were born. Unlike most citizens of Tamriel, they do not regard Sithis as evil. In fact, Argonians born under the sign of the shadow or taken at birth represented the Dark Brotherhood, which in Black Marsh is considered an integral part of society. Okay. Triumphs of a Monarch, Chapter 6. All the way up here, this way. So I'm gonna need, so let me see here. Boat. Trying to. I think it's like in here. God damn. That's not the button I meant to hit. It's like no good way shrine. I guess this. I do not wish to fight you. I simply want the book here. Bruh, I don't...
Greetings, humble viewers. Tis I, the magnificent Twinkles Jr., here to bless thee with my dazzling presence. Capital Rock. Hear ye, hear ye. Thy faithful dragon Twinkles Jr. doth decree that the stream shall return anon. Bide thy time and prepare thyselves for more of mine glorious presence. Capital Rock.
Ah, there we go. Golden Pursuit. Cool. Triumphs of a Monarch, Chapter 6. Chapter 6, Ranzer's War, Wayrest Besieged. Ever since my ascension to the throne of Wayrest in that momentous year of Second Era 563, the question of who would become my queen consort was ever on my and my advisors' minds. King Ranzer of Shornhelm had a goodly daughter, Princess Rael, and her hand was offered to me by my brother of Shornhelm, both early and often. Indeed, my mind was almost made up to accept the Princess of Shornhelm when, on a visit to Sentinel, my eyes first beheld the Princess Mariah, daughter of King Faharajad. From that moment, I swore that Wayrest would have no queen but Maria. Of course, there was another unexpected benefit. As her dowry, she brought a trade agreement between our two states that resulted in great prosperity for all. King Rasner, alas, was wroth that I had not accepted the hand of his daughter, and he withdrew his ambassador from the court of Wayrest. Although Rancer was invited to my wedding to Mariah in the spring of 566, like the other kings of the Covenant, he stayed seething in Shornhelm. I should perhaps have paid more attention to Rancer's Challer, but I was so taken with my new bride and trade issues around the Iliac Bay that mountainous Shornhelm seemed distant and irrelevant. That mistake almost cost me my throne. Fuck this Challer. One of 4 bodily humors identified with bile and believed to be associated with a peevish or irascible temperament. Interesting. Okay. For over a year, Rancer had been quietly mustering his troops and emptying his treasury to hire mercenaries. In the last siege of Second Era 566, he led his army out of Shornhelm in a lightning strike to the south. Rancer had marched through Alcaire and Menevia almost before we were aware of his approach. The Shornhelm advance guard reached the gates of Wayrest while the local militias we had quickly mustered were still filing through them. This was a moment when history trembled upon a cusp. If the attacking Old Gate Lancers scattered our militia and took the gate, Wayrest could fall through our attackers within an hour. Fortunately, I was personally present at the gate, along with my Cumberland Guard. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, I and my bannermen sound the charge. I led the gate guards and my household troops out against the Old Gate Lancers. My men wore full armor, and I, though unarmored, bore at my side the mighty Orichalc Scalpel, an enchanted broadsword of many virtues. The scalpel, drawn for the first time in anger, flashed and hummed like a blade in a sawmill as we hurled ourselves upon the Lancers. Our enemies, who suddenly found themselves opposed by armored veterans rather than panicky irregulars, were further confounded by the sudden onset of a thunderstorm. Lashed by hail, their horses terrified by lightning, faced with the orichalcal scalpel scything through their necks and limbs. The vaunted Old Gate Lancers hesitated, then broke and ran, pell-mell from the gate. By the time Rancer's main forces arrived on the scene, our troops were all within the walls. The gates were shut up tight, but the King of Shornhelm was undeterred. The city of Wayrest found itself once more under siege, and Rancer, with more craft and foresight than the Reachman Durkarok, had come with siege engine in his train. Interesting. Okay. Now I need chapter 10. All the way up here, looks like. Here. Wait. Hold up.
Hurry now. Release me. Someone please help me.
Is it inside or outside? Nope, there it is. Triumphs of a Monarch, Chapter 10, The Summons of Destiny. And that, reader, is my story. I read how of my carefree youth in Cumberland House, how my father, Lord Peteriac, saw to my training in the crafts of trade, of war, and of state, of my first victory over Durkarak at the gates of Daggerfall, and of the vast orichalcum load our family struck in the Cumberland mine. You've heard of the tragic coming of the Nahattan flu, how it took both my father and the entire royal family of Wayrest, leaving our kingdom leaderless in a time of chaos. You now know with what reluctance I was persuaded to assume the throne of Wayrest. You know the halo of gold that outlined the sun on the day of my coronation. That omen of approval by the divines dispelled all my doubts and converted even my most envious rivals into heartfelt allies. Known the true history of Rancher's War and how it led to the second or greater Daggerfall Covenant, embracing the Redguards of Hammerfell as well as the Orcs of Orsinium, who came to our aid in our hour of direst need. The eagles of Northwest Tamriel vowed to stand together against all threats, be they from within or without. We were soon tested. In Second Era 579, the Emperor Varen, with whom I had concluded a treaty, disappeared from the Imperial City, and Cyrodiil once again fell under the pall of the Daedric Cabal. In Varen's unexplained absence, the Empress Clivia, a descendant of the savage Reachmen, assumed the Ruby Throne. Since then, the heart of the Empire has fallen into madness, murder, and decay. It is fortunate for our peoples, indeed for all the peoples of Tamriel, that the true flame of the Empire of Man still burns in the Daggerfall Covenant. These are terrible times, but our destiny lies before us as straight and true as the Remen roads. We must march on Cyrodiil, overthrow the false Empress and all her brood, and restore the Empire of Tamriel. Then once more, peace and justice will rule the provinces rather than blood and fire. Okay. Trials of Saint Alessia. Just saw this one. There it is. Okay. Looks like it is somewhere in here. This is next to a large statue near the entrance of the inner vault. in a building. Where's this large statue at? There it is, I think. How? Oh, come on. There we go. Trials of Saint Alessia. Fragment from the Trials of Saint Alessia. Akatosh made a covenant with Alessia in those days so long ago. He gathered the tangled skeins of oblivion and knit them fast with the bloody sinews of his heart and gave them to Alessia, saying, "This shall be my token to you so long as your blood and oath hold true. Yes, so shall my blood and oath be true to you. This token shall be the amulet of kings, and the covenant shall be made between us, for I am the king of spirits, and you are the queen of mortals. As you shall stand witness for all mortal flesh, so shall I stand witness for all immortal spirits." And Akatosh drew from his breast a burning handful of his heart's blood, and he gave it into Alessia's hand, saying, "This shall be a token to you of our joined blood and pledged faith. So long as you and your descendants shall wear the amulet of kings, then shall this dragon fire burn, an eternal flame, as a sign to all men and gods of our faithfulness. So long as the dragon fire shall burn to you and to all generations, I swear that my heart's blood shall hold fast the gates of oblivion. So long as the blood of the dragon runs strong in her rulers, the glory of the empire shall extend in unbroken years. But should the dragon fires fail, and should no heir of our joined blood wear the amulet of kings, then shall the empire descend into darkness. Oh, god damn it! Stop! My cat killed me. The cat killed me. I was reading that, you asshole. Where were we? And he gave it to us, hand saying, "This shall be a token to you of our joined blood and pledged faith. So long as you and your descendants shall wear the amulet of kings and shall this dragonfire burn, eternal flame, and a sign to all men and gods of faithfulness. So long as dragonfire shall burn to you and to all generations, I swear that my heart's blood shall hold fast the gates of oblivion. As long as the blood of the dragons runs strong in her rulers, the glory of the empire shall extend in unbroken years. But should the dragonfires fail, and should no heir of our joined blood wear the amulet of kings, then shall the empire ascend to darkness. The demon lords of misrule shall govern the land. The liturgy of the rekindling of the dragonfires." Okay. 2 more. In regards to the ebony blade. Ooh, that's in here.
Explain once more why running was the best idea. Does it matter? If we can't light a simple fire, we may as well.
Ugh, bored already. Wake me when you have something more interesting to say, human. Capital.
Regards to the ebony blade. The following is an intercepted Morag Tong memorandum in full, noted here for conjecture on the Daedric artifact Ebony Blade. Before I begin, let me preface by stating the Daedric Prince Mephala and her worshippers value arcanum above all else. You will learn this in time. To Hermaeus Mora, knowledge is power, but Mephala concerns herself with only the choicest morsels, knowledge secluded, undisclosed. The various Daedric artifacts associated with Mephala share this disposition, chief among them the Ebony Blade, of which little is known. The records of the Tong themselves disagree on the properties locked within the blade's metal, but I'll show what I know about it, and in return you will complete your first assignment for the guild. I hope you'll find the Flowers of Gold a suitable base of operations. Your room is a favorite of mine. Warm and dry. First, the blade initially passed into the Morag Tong's notice, this decade at least, when our brother Andros obtained it, taking it from Rivas, another brother. Rivas had the blade kept in the safe house for years, hidden from his fellow Morag Tong. How did Orndros find Rivas out? He'll take the secret to his grave, but his handlers whispered that the web spinner herself had told him. Even the Tong is unsure how the blade is connected to Mephila, whether it's an extension of her physical form or if her essence is bound to it, but it's important to her, and that makes it important to us. Second, Rivas was an ambitious mage, one of the Tong's most powerful, and he was not about to allow Orndros to leave his safe house with the ebony blade in tow. There was a duel between them, and when Orndros drew first blow with the blade and failed to kill, he was surprised Rivas did not engulf him in a fiery spell. It's possible the blade can silence a mage, stymie the flow of magicka, or simply absorb it. Third, Rivas was keen with an edge and better skilled than Orndros, but Orndros wielded the ebony blade, and the wounds he suffered stitched themselves together as the battle continued, as Orndros dealt his less precise cuts. Perhaps a restorative property of the blade. Fourth, Rivas' last words were, "The vampire will be the end of us all." Orndros believed he was referring to the blade, that Rivas had hidden it out of legitimate fear. I believe even the most venerable of the Morag Tong will say anything when back to a corner. I have. Fifth, Orndros retrieved the blade, made a detailed report to his handlers, and then attempted to slaughter them. He murdered all but one. His actions had no discernible rhyme or reason or motive, and he was last seen on the third floor of the Flowers of Gold. Return the ebony blade to us, whether Orndros comes with it or not. Look for a Dunmer with a scar on his left eye.
Who's there?
Prayer of the Resolute. Blessed be the name of the Stendar, the God of mercy. He strengthens and unifies his resolutes through his wisdom and blessings. He calls us by day to train with sword and shield to strengthen our might, and by night to pray in his name to strengthen our souls. He takes pity upon us, his humble servants, and grants unto us mercy. His holy light of truth will cast out the forces of darkness and rain justice upon Daedric abominations. Glory shall be his forever. Hello!
You're not part of my expedition. Interesting. This is no random chance. I believe you're the answer to our problem.
And what problem is that?
We're searching these caverns for a sacred shrine that's been lost for ages. Our problem is that Dreg and goblins are overrunning the place. Goblins are slow-witted. If you kill their chieftain, they must accept you as their leader.
Okay.
Stick the chieftain's head on a spike somewhere the whole tribe can see. Then lead them to attack the Dreg. Once the Dreg's king is dead, we'll be free to explore. And to reward you handsomely, of course.
You got it.
Goblins are pathetic beasts, but they have their uses.
Who are you people?
We follow the ways of the Kaima, not the false gods of the Tribunal. We're servants of the web spinner who Vivek usurped. Dunmer, Goblin, or Dreg were all caught in the strands of the spider's web.
What's a shrine you're looking for?
I'm sworn to secrecy by my order, but rest assured, our cause is just.
Oh yes, of course.
Clear our path into the caverns and you'll be rewarded. That's all you need to know, and all that I'm permitted to discuss.
I'd like to know what I'm getting into.
If you don't think the reward is worth the risk, perhaps you should leave.
Well, maybe I will. Actually, I am going to, because I'll be back later. Was there one more, I believe? Yeah. History of the Fighters Guild, Part 2.
Greetings, mine loyal subjects. Thou mayest pet and play with the mighty Twinkles Jr. in the Twitch Pet Cafe extension. Kappa lol.
The heck is that? Bruh. There's no fucking way. What do you mean? History of the Fighters Guild, Part 2, is not on here. The hell? And more. Let me see here. Looks like they're in Crag and somewhere in Crag and Moor.
What do you want?
Whoa, okay. So I need... It should be in here, I think.
All hope seems lost.
Hark, ye viewers. Thy King of the Skies, Twinkles Jr., doth proclaim that the stream
History
shall
of the
resume
Fighters Guild,
Fret
Part
not,
2.
For mine glory shall soon grace thee
Daenerys
once more.
Vess the
Prepare thine
Iron
eyes,
initially
for they
believed
shall
that the
behold
entirety
my
of the Order should be composed of Akaviri. This belief of his is not disputed by any historian, though his motivation is often debated. The traditional, simple explanation is that he knew his countrymen well, trusted them, and felt their tradition of fighting for profit would be of use. Others believe, with reason, that he and the potentate sought to use the Order to effectively complete the conquest of Tamriel begun over 500 years earlier. When Akavir attacked Tamriel in the 2703rd year of the First Era, they had been beaten back by the Riemann dynasty. Now they had a potentate on the throne, and with Daenerys Vess's machinations, the local armies would also be Akaviri. What they had failed to do by combat, they would have successfully accomplished by patience. Many scholars suggest this was a traditional stratagem of the immortal snake men, the Seiski of Akavir, who always had time on their side. The point, however, is largely academic. Though the Sifim did establish themselves in some kingdoms neighboring Cyrodiil, it became quickly apparent that local warriors were needed. Part of the problem was simply that there were not enough Akaviria for the work that needed to be done. Another part was that the snake men did not understand the geography and politics of the regions they were assigned. It was evident that some non-Akaviria were needed in the Sifim, and by the midpoint of the year, 3 Nords, a warrior sorceress, a rogue, and a knight were admitted into the order. The knight, whose name had been lost in the sands of time, was also a great armorer and probably did more to strengthen the organization than anyone but Daenerys Vess himself. As has often been stated, the Akaviria, particularly the Seiski, understood weaponry better than armor. Even if they could not wear it themselves, the knight was able to explain to the other Sifim the weaknesses in their opponent's armor, explaining to them how many joints there were in a pauldron and a greave, and the difference between akatons and armkachins, gorgets, and gleetrums, pallets and pass guards, tabards, and tassets. With this knowledge, they made long strides in defeating the brigands, doing far better than their meager numbers would suggest. It is a joke among historians that if Akavir had had a Nord armorer in their employ in the First Era, they would have won the invasion. The success of these first three outsiders to the Sifim opened the door for more local members. Before the year was through, Daenerys Vess had spread his business throughout the Empire. Young men and women joined the new order en masse for a variety of reasons, including desperate poverty, love of action and adventure, or simply to aid their crime-stricken neighbors. They received training and were immediately put to work helping the aristocracy's problems, assuming the roles of guards and soldiers from their locality. The early success of the Sifim in combating crime and defeating local monsters so inspired potentate Versidue Shai that he entertained representatives from other organizations interested in imperial sanction. Though formed much earlier, the Mages Guild had always been viewed with suspicion by the government. In the 321st year of the Second Era, the potentate gave his approval to the Guild's Act, officially sanctioning the mages together with the guilds of tinkers, cobblers, prostitutes, scribes, architects, brewers, vintners, weavers, rat catchers, furers, cooks, astrologers, healers, tailors, minstrels, barristers, and the Sifim. In the charter, they were no longer called the Sifim, however. Bowing to the name it had become known as by the people, they were to be called the Fighters Guild. All the guilds, and those that followed by later sanctions, would be protected and encouraged by the Empire of Cyrodiil, recognizing their value to the people of Tamriel. All would be required to pay to expand their influence throughout the land. The Empire was strengthened by their presence, and the imperial coffers were filled once again. Shortly after Versidue Shai's death, only 3 years after the Guild Act, his heir Severian Chorak allowed the reforming of local armies. The Fighters Guild was no longer the principal arm of the local aristocracy, but their worth had already been established. Though there were certainly strong individuals who sought their own fortunes in the past, many historians have suggested that Daenerys Vess was the ancestor and spirit of the modern phenomenon of the adventurers, those men and women who dedicate their lives to questing for fame and adventure and fortune. Thus, all owe a debt of gratitude to the Fighters Guild, not only its members, but also the people who have been helped by its neutral policy of offering strong arms for a fee within the boundaries of the law. Without them, there would be no guilds of any kind, and it may be argued no model for the independent adventurer. Alright, I did it. All done. Go try to fish, I guess. Destroy the soul wraiths to summon and slay Ghislaine in Crowswood. Might try to do that next time, I don't know. Okay. I am done with the main zone stuff. Maybe I'll do fishing next time. But I also want to do this fungal grotto next time as well. But yeah. And then we'll leave Stonefalls finally. Moving on to somewhere else. Where's the event? Yeah, that's not happening. Oh. Maybe next time I'll go back here as well. Find the Jika. I have another question. Oh, way over there. It's not happening either. Find the Jika though. We'll see. Anyways, as always, stay smooth, my